The day had begun like any other aboard the human research vessel Aurora. Captain Elias Mercer had invited a small group of alien guests for a cultural exchange, hoping to bridge the gap between human and extraterrestrial tastes. Among them were 3 curious alien girls from the planet Zithera, each with translucent skin that shimmered under the ship's artificial lights and eyes that glowed faintly like twin moons. From the moment they stepped into the galley, it was clear that these girls had very little faith in human cuisine. They wrinkled their noses at the smell of boiling pasta, glanced skeptically at bowls of steaming soup, and laughed softly when Elias presented a plate of scrambled eggs. "Earth food seems strange," said Lyra, the tallest of the 3, her voice musical but dripping with disdain. Her sister, Nira, tilted her head and flicked a shimmering strand of hair across her shoulder. "How can you eat this?" she asked, as if human taste buds were a joke. Elias, trying not to let frustration show, smiled and replied, "Taste is subjective. But I have something you might enjoy, if you give it a chance." The girls exchanged glances, a silent agreement forming. They had no intention of being polite. "What is it?" Lyra asked cautiously, though her curiosity betrayed her sneer. Elias gestured toward a cardboard box, slightly steaming as if it held a secret. "It's called pizza." The aliens blinked. Pizza. Such a simple, humble Earth creation. Yet their curiosity grew, sparked by the aroma wafting from the box. Elias carefully lifted the lid. The smell hit them first, a mix of warm bread, melted cheese, and tomato sauce, carrying an irresistible, almost magical allure. The 3 Zitheran girls recoiled at first, wrinkling their delicate noses. "It smells edible," Nira admitted reluctantly, her voice barely above a whisper. "Try it," Elias encouraged. "You might be surprised." Lyra hovered over the first slice, eyes narrowing as if analyzing some alien artifact. She tentatively lifted a slice, careful not to touch it with her fingers. Finally, she bit into the edge, and a moment of silence followed. Then, slowly, her glowing eyes widened. "This is incredible," Lyra whispered. Nira hesitated but quickly followed, taking a cautious bite. Her cheeks puffed slightly as she chewed, and her ears twitched in astonishment. I cannot believe this, humans made this?" Even the usually skeptical third sister, Vera, who had spent the entire meal rolling her eyes at human customs, allowed herself a tentative nibble. Within seconds, her expression transformed from mockery to sheer delight. The room changed. Laughter and chatter replaced sneers, as if the pizza had unlocked some hidden joy in the alien senses. Elias watched, amused and relieved, as the girls reached instinctively for more slices. "Another slice?" he asked, offering the box again. Yes, they chorused almost in unison, their earlier arrogance forgotten. Minutes passed, the galley now filled with the sounds of contented munching and occasional squeals of delight. Lyra, Nira, and Vera experimented with toppings, cheese, pepperoni, even a few slices with vegetables. Each new combination seemed to excite them more, and Elias couldn't help but smile at the sight. "What is this magic?" Lyra asked, finally sitting back with a satisfied sigh. "Your food, it changes everything." "It's called flavor," Elias said simply, though he felt as if he were witnessing a small miracle. Sometimes, the simplest things bring the greatest joy. The girls nodded, their glowing eyes reflecting both surprise and admiration. For hours, they discussed Earth cuisine, asking Elias questions about ingredients, preparation, and even the strange concept of delivery. They had mocked human food moments earlier, but now they were enthralled, begging for more information as if it were the most precious knowledge in the galaxy. By the end of the meal, the 3 Zitheran girls were no longer outsiders in a strange human world, they were students of a new sensory experience, discovering flavors that had been alien to them. "Captain Elias," Vera said, a small smile on her shimmering lips, "we came here to mock, but you have shown us wonder." Lyra added, "Earth may be strange, but it holds treasures even we did not expect." Nira, her hand still hovering over the empty pizza box, simply said, We want more. Please." Elias chuckled, standing and bowing slightly. "Then you shall have it. And I promise, next time, there's even more to taste." As the alien girls left the galley later, their laughter echoing down the corridors, Elias realized something profound. It wasn't just about pizza. It was about connection, about breaking barriers through shared experiences, about finding joy where no one expected it. That evening, the Zithering girls returned to their quarters, carrying stories of Earth food and flavors. Their hearts and minds broadened. They would speak of pizza for years, a symbol of human ingenuity and the joy that comes from simple things. And somewhere aboard the Aurora, Elias smiled to himself, already planning the next culinary adventure that would bridge the gap between species, one slice at a time.